Hey, I'm going to show you how to hook up your Sena mesh headset to your Protos helmet. Did two today and figured it out, so figured I'd help any fellow arborist along the way that kind of needs some guidance, because I couldn't find much with all the little manuals and stuff that they provided. So it's actually really easy once you do your first one. So I have already unboxed everything. Got the helmet. It's already partially taken apart, but I will walk you through it. I've already opened all my pieces. Connector. Got your little microphone mesh, little stickies and velcros. So the first thing you're going to do once you get all your parts together, with this model, it did not come with access for the wiring, so I did have to drill my own holes. I used a 9/64 inch drill bit. Anything smaller gave me kinks in the wire, and anything bigger doesn't really just fit too snug, so it moves around a lot. So go ahead and grab that, because you're going to need that. You're going to start by just kind of taking everything apart. The earmuffs do pop out, so if you turn them sideways, you can turn them either way, sideways, they'll just pop right off the side. Then you can go ahead and take out your inside cushion. Helps get some access to the top of the helmet, where you're going to want to wrap all your wires so they're not just hanging out everywhere. I'm just going to set this stuff off to the side while I show you the earmuff. So they are labeled front, so you are going to make sure whenever you're getting ready to drill your hole, if you do have to drill one, that you it's facing to the front. So the arrows are going to point to the front, and it also tells you. I confused myself a lot today because I kept switching them back and forth, but they're all where they're supposed to go, so you got it right. And then you're going to actually take it apart. So if you grab into the inside right here, there's a little lip, a little plastic piece. You can grab that and push on this little knob, and it will pop right off. So pop it off. You can easily move this out. It's not stuck in there with anything, no adhesive, so this comes out. And then this is just going to be an empty shell. This actually is one of the Velcros that come in your Velcro bag. So you'll have a bunch of different shapes. You can kind of match them up with the parts they're supposed to go with. I've already put mine in, so these aren't the right shape, but this is what they look like. This is the shape you're going to want for the earpiece. Okay. So once you get it taken apart, I like to take this thing out and then put these two pieces back together. That's how I got the most accurate hole on both pieces. So I popped it back together, and then there is a little line that kind of marks the center. That's where I drilled my hole. And just be careful that you don't drill into this foam squish piece, because it will tear it up. But I did already drill my hole, and what I did is I just used that center line and kind of drilled all the way through. I did have to open it up. I didn't go too far. I did open it up. And you'll see that it's going through this top all the way, and then it's gone through this lip right here. You might have to, once you take it apart, kind of chisel the lip out if you need to, because there'll be a lot of, like, just plastic left over and stuff from the drill bit. So once you drill your hole, you'll put your sticky pad in. They look like this in the pack. I've already placed mine, so these aren't the correct shape. They look like this. Kind of off. This is going to be to the back side of my head, but flat, not up against the sides. And then that is actually where you're going to hook this. You don't have to stick anything to this. It already comes with Velcro on it to stick right up against it. So you're going to put the model number on the Velcro side, and it's going to stick there just like that. Once you get that in, you can pop your cord into that little hole you've made. You're going to put everything back together, foam in, and then you're going to pop this back on. Once you put it all together, I do like to take it apart once, just to make sure the wire's not being pinched. You don't want any disconnection or it to actually cut the wire. So once you're all good there, you're good to go. Just repeat it. Do it with both sides. I've already done mine. And then you can go ahead and pop them back into your helmet. So it's fairly easy to pop them in. Now, those are back on. So I went ahead, the next step is putting all your wiring in, making sure it's all tight so it doesn't, get tangled. I did go ahead and put my mic in. It does look like this. So I went ahead and put, they give you extra. Went ahead and put mine in and attached it right here on the screen bridge connect. And I zip tied it. Just because those little stickies over time, especially being in the sun, they tend to lose their adhesive and move around. So since you're going to be pulling on this and moving it around, I would suggest zip tying it. I've seen some people screw it in, but you don't want to damage the actual helmet, so zip tie is the easy way to go, and if it breaks, just put another zip tie on it. But I did stick that in there, and I wrapped that cord around a few times right here, and looped it through the back, so then the back end comes out the back of the helmet, and everything is going to stay up underneath this screen right here, so nothing above it, all up underneath it. So go ahead and throw that in. It's a lot easier. You can do it before you put the earmuffs back on, whatever gives you more room. Just because, especially if you have bigger hands, it's hard to get in here. I struggled myself, so, and I thought I have delicate, dainty fingers, so, and it was not easy to do. So, next you're going to find where you want to place this. It does have 2 screws. If you loosen those up, it kind of gives this some wiggle room. You're gonna have to take the screws out to attach this speaker, to attach the microphone. You're gonna have to take the screws out to attach the mic, or take it off of here, just depending if it's already connected when you open it or not. So mine aren't very tight, so I should be able to just unscrew it with my fingers. And it does. This box did not come with the Allen wrench. We got this from the Arborfest Expo. Luckily, I had another Sena box that had this in it that fits these. So hopefully yours comes with it. If not, you're going to have to dig around and find one somewhere. But find a good placement where you want it. For this helmet in particular, I put it right in the center. The one I did earlier, I did off to the side. Just kind of depending on what you like and how you want it. I know the helmet clip, if you think it's going to be a problem with it, getting in the way, I would put it off to the side as compared to straight back. But I'm going to keep this one right here on the back, and if the person using it needs to move it, they can move it. So I'm going to go ahead and reattach my speaker. I'm going to go ahead and reattach my mic. I should be able to get it in there without taking the back all the way off. Let's see. So I got it locked into place, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put the screw loosely back on here. Get it started on the threading. There you go. And then stick it on. And I am going to go ahead and tighten it up just a little bit, just so I can play with the wiring and it not move around a whole lot. But then I'm going to come back later and tighten it up all the way. So I'm going to have to. I'm doing this without actually taking the framing off. There is just some kind of like hooks and buttons down here that you can pop some of this stuff loose, so it's a little bit looser if you need it to be. But I'm able to get in there the way it is, so I'm not gonna take anything additional apart that doesn't need to be taken apart. So you have your mic set up, connected. You're gonna set up your earmuffs. They are gonna be, these came separated already. Some of them come connected to the little pieces that we've already installed already, but they are removable. So these are the two ends, and the set I put on earlier actually had one longer piece. So if you were to put your clip off to the side, the longer piece would essentially go to the earmuff that's farther away. But these two are the same size, so I did put it in the middle. Should reach both of them perfectly fine. And again, so we're going to start wrapping it. I'm going to do the left side first. And you're going to take it and run it back under through the metal, the plastic screen, plastic netting on top. Just kind of weave it underneath that over to the left side, all the way over to the left side. And I have it weaved over. I'm going to start wrapping it around. We're going to start wrapping it around. I'm going to start wrapping it around that piece right there, just kind of in a loop, until I get it where the only thing that is available is just enough to connect it to the other piece of wire. So that one's looped. You're going to do the same thing with the piece that is on your muff. So back behind all the plastic caging, screen, mesh, whatever you want to call it, back behind all of it. And then I got them both wrapped around as much as I can without putting any strain on the wire, so it's not pulling too tightly. You don't want to break any of the wires, or like when you're moving your muffs back and forth, you don't want any strain on that. So I got it as tight as I can, and I'm going to hook the wires together. So you can see I hooked it back here, right here. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other side. And these pieces, this is, you know, your chin strap. There's a little hook up in here. hold tight to unhook it, just push it and pull out, and then reverse to put it back together. So you'll put it all the way up to the bottom as you can, and then pull it up, and we heard it click. So sometimes these get in the way, and actually put this on the wrong side of my mic, so I'm gonna move my mic and redo it. There we go. And so now I'm gonna do the next side, the other side. Got everything hooked in. The only little additional thing I'm going to do is where these both come out, I'm going to grab just one of these. Where is it? These little sticky Velcros. And I'm just going to kind of hold my wires together and tape them down. Actually, not going to tape them to the helmet. It's actually room on the other side like this. I'm going to tape them to this just so they're held down and a little more secure, so they're not wiggling around from this connection point. So let's get this open. And then when you get that all set up, you're going to tighten in your screws. Actually got a good angle on it here to get to them pretty nice and easy, so I'm just going to tighten them real quick. And just make sure it's nice and tight. You're not going to want it to wiggle around. So all that looks good. I'm not going to fit this to my head because this is actually not for me. So get this all twisted up. And this was a lot more streamlined than the first one I did. First one I did, the holes looked like garbage, and it took me a lot longer. I got the second one done about 10 minutes. So once you know how to do it, it's the easiest thing. So next time you go to do it, you're gonna be like that. So, all right. So let's see, get everything going. We're gonna charge this up. Make sure you charge this up. And not sure about hours, but when you plug it in, it'll be red. When it's ready, it'll be blue. So charge it before you use it, and then it slides on right to the back. Okay. Pull that off. And I'm gonna put it on and turn it on. Make sure we're all connected here. So. this does need to be resized. I can't even get it on my head, so. And this does need to be resized. I can't get it on my head to get it. Alright. I can hear out of both sides. So, we're good to go. Thanks for watching.